Just realized that's a total lie. I have not read even close to a third of them fully, but that's okay. If I owned a bunch of books I had fully read, like, they wouldn't be as valuable to me, unless I just liked looking at them, or loaning them to people, or rereading them, which I don't usually do. I've got an ebook. Kindles are magic. I have a Kindle Paperwhite, I think. I love it. I don't know what model it is. It was the mid-level model. You give people three choices, they almost always buy the middle one. That's kind of the point of product lines. But some people will buy the, bronze tier, and some people will buy the gold tier, and you want those people to feel like they didn't get ripped off, right? uh, yeah, it's a hard problem. Business is it's not easy. There's a book I really love called The Hard Thing About Hard Things. Ben Horowitz wrote it. He does. He's he's half of Andreessen Horowitz. Well, half, name wise, right? He's the Horowitz in Andreessen Horowitz. They're an investment firm. They do Y Combinator. They go by A16Z. They started that whole trend, I think, of using numbers to abbreviate by counting the number of letters in a word. The hard thing about hard things is that there's no formula to tell you what to do. I'm not spoiling the book because that's written on like the inside front cover or something like that. It's in the intro. I do that a lot. I will spend a lot of my listeners' attention like slightly correcting myself so what I say is exactly accurate, even though that's not valuable to my listener. It's a misalignment. That's probably a fault. No, it's an over-adaptation to a different environment. I'm really concerned about, like, I've absorbed this anxiety that people are going to kind of point at me and say, look, I can prove you're lying and I don't have to listen to you. See, I found some insignificant little detail and I now have an excuse to dismiss you. And I try to take away their power to do that. Like, even the theoretical power for someone to do that. That's just an example of how, like, when we run away from our anxieties, we cause problems for the people around us. Like, it's not pleasant to be around me when I'm doing that. It's, I guess, mildly irritating and hampers effective communication. But, like, when people are, I don't know, like, treating each other really poorly, usually that's a way of dealing with fear, anxiety, anger, pain, whatever. Running from our demons makes us demons, right? Sometimes you just got to walk into the pain. I've really attached something characterological to it, too. Like, I've identified, this is a problem, my identity is too big. I've identified as a person who only says true things, specifically accurate, verifiable things. And that can be really harmful because, like, all models are wrong and some are useful. All abstractions are compressions, right? Like, if I want to be an effective teacher and communicator, I need to be willing to kind of sandpaper away some detail in order to, like, get an idea across to people or keep them interested, right? I mean, there we go again about motivation being, like, the key to all things. Yeah. Anyway, so the hard thing about hard things is you have to confront uncertainty. You have to form a plan and bet on it without having any proof that it's the right plan, and having there be a high chance that you're wrong. Wow, okay, I just moved my hand over my hair to, like, smooth it, and it ended up rougher. Yeah, here's to sucking at YouTube. Here's to being a chump noob at communicating. Enjoy my bookshelf.